Montana Works Business Portal, where you can manage your Montana Works business account, create and manage events that job seekers could register for, or apply to be a Montana eligible training provider and manage your training provider programs if applicable. If you've already been working with Job Service Montana or otherwise working with Montana Department of Labor and Industries Workforce Services Division, your organization is likely already registered in our system. If so, please connect with the staff that you've been working with or email DLI-WSD customer support at mt.gov to get connected to your existing account. You would not need to register your organization again. If you'd like to double check to see if your organization is possibly in our system, you may check by FEIN or Social Security number if your organization is a sole proprietorship. Otherwise, you'll register your organization. You'll be required to use Montana's secure single sign-on provider Okta to proceed with your registration. If you don't have an Okta account at this point, you can sign up for one after clicking Citizen Login by selecting the Sign Up option below. Otherwise, use an Okta account that is suitable for use when representing this organization. If you have a personal Okta account that you've used with other State of Montana services, you may wish to set up a separate one specific for your Montana Works Business Portal account. Once you've signed in, then you can proceed with registering your organization. You may choose to provide a doing business as alternative name if you would prefer, but it's not required. The choices of organization type are training provider if you are intending to apply to be on the Montana eligible training provider list, or community partner for pretty much all of our other businesses, employers, or other organizations. Please note that all data shown here is fictitious. To search for an address, please enter the first several characters of your address and click out of the box to pull up a list of possibilities from Google, and then edit as necessary. You can select this box to input a different mailing address if necessary. The point of contact that is entered here will fill in with your information that you had when signing in with Okta. You will be the first profile administrator, but you'll be able to create other contacts that can administer your Montana Works Business Portal account as well. If you'd like to provide additional information about how Montana Department of Labor and Industry can help you or what you're looking for, you're welcome to enter those comments here, but this is also not required. Submit your application. You'll get a success message and staff will review your application for organization registration and get back to you soon. You will receive an email at the email address listed in your point of contact and Okta account with information about the status of your application. After you have been successfully approved, you'll be able to use the login button when returning to the business portal, and you'll see information about your business appear here. Once logging back in, after you've gotten notification that your application has been approved, then you will be able to access your Montana Works Business Portal account. On your dashboard, you will find any tasks that have been assigned to you, which most often are going to be used if you are a Montana eligible training provider. You'll be also able to see any events coming up for your organization. Under Administration, you can review your organization's profile. The profile administrator can make changes as necessary. You are welcome to add any answers to these additional detailed questions that would help us provide better support to you. None of these are required if you don't want to answer them. This is also where you could finish your applying to be a Montana eligible training provider after your organization's account has been approved. Under locations, you'll see the individual locations created under your organization. By default, the first one that you entered while doing your registration will appear here. The profile administrator can deactivate this location if it's no longer applicable, make edits, or on the location list, add new locations. A contact level of access would be able to view this information but not make changes. The profile administrator can add or change the status of other contacts and choose between another profile administrator level of access. There can certainly be more than one. This contact level of access, which is event management and view only to other information, or a no online access is somebody that you want to have associated with your organization but not be able to sign in to the Montana Works Business Portal and see any of this information in the account. If you choose no online access, or if staff had already put in no online access contacts based on their conversations with your organization, the profile administrator could upgrade, so to speak, that no online access to a contact or profile level of access later. Once a contact has been granted online access through the contact or profile administrator access levels, they can no longer be deleted from the organization, but if they should no longer have access to the organization, then they could be deactivated. When you enter a new contact, or when a staff person enters a new contact, they will go into pending activation status, meaning if they had not already had an Okta account with the email address that you've entered, they'll be sent a welcome to Okta email in order to activate their Okta account and be able to sign in to get to your business portal account. If they already had an Okta account, instead they will get a Welcome to Montana Works email with a link to sign in to the Montana Works business portal. By default, the contacts list shows the active contacts. You can change the drop-down to see all or any specific group of contacts. To manage your events, name your event something descriptive because these will be searchable by job seekers once they're published. When the event is in not published status, it is not searchable or visible to the job seekers. Job Service Montana staff would be able to see the not published event under your organization and assist you with registrations or other information about your event. Of the contacts listed under your organization, you'll need to select at least one, but you are welcome to select more than one, and these will be the people that will get notifications through your portal account for that event. Under the contacts listed for your organization, you will need to select at least one of them to be the contact person for this event, but you are welcome to select more than one. The people selected will get notifications within the Montana Works business portal about their event. You can choose from the list of existing organization locations if that's where the event is being held, or you can select no to enter a new address, a new location for this event. Under comments, this will be included in an email to participants who register for this event. So if you wanted to include something like parking information, materials to bring to the event, or other information that you'd like them to see, you're welcome to enter that here. Before you're finished creating an event, you'll need to add at least one time slot. You can choose as many time slots as you would like, and the number of participants that are allowed to sign up for your event. Once the number of participants slots have been filled, no additional participants would be able to register for this event. After a time slot has been created, the start and end times cannot be modified, but the number of participants could be if that situation changes. You can also add new time slots after you've created this one. If you wanted to break that down into 2 other time slots and cancel this one, that's also an option. Click Submit to finish creating your event and its time slots. On the event's details, some of the information is locked down and not editable after the event has been created. Other event information will only be locked down after you put it into published status. If you need to cancel your event, you can do so by changing the status on the event to canceled, which will generate an email to all registered participants. Under time slots, you can review the time slots and make edit to the number of participants if necessary, or add new time slots. Under event registrations, you'll be able to see everyone who's registered for your event. To register an individual who is interested in your event yourself, you can do so from this screen as well. Select the time slot to view its time, and you can search for the person's name or email address. Click Submit to save this registration, which will also generate an email to that customer informing them that they've been registered for this event. In addition to the ability to cancel the event, you can also cancel a specific event registration. Do so by selecting the individual's name and changing their status to canceled. This is also where you can indicate attendance or not attendance after the event has happened. If you select canceled, again, the same choices for cancellation reason will be available, and the customer will be notified that their event registration has been canceled. Back on the event's details, if you'd like to cancel a time slot, that option is also available, which will cancel all registrations for customers that had selected that time slot. You can click the notification bell to view your notifications, which would include information about your events coming up, or for Montana eligible training providers, information about their training programs. Back on your homepage, you will see the event name for the upcoming events that you have and you can select that name to get to the event as in addition to using the events list. Please note that the events list defaults to showing you all upcoming events that are published. If you'd like to see the not published draft events, the ones that have been canceled, or the past events that have already happened, you can use the drop-down list to choose between those options. Thank you for watching this tour of the Montana Works Business Portal. Please note that this is not a location where you will be able to do jobs postings. Please note that this is not the location where you'll be able to post your job openings. Please return to montanaworks.gov to access that service.